Greetings and welcome, Central Indiana, to JTH's Construction Porch Time. We are live. This is Tired Porch Time. What's up, Carl? Hello, Pam. What's up, CB? Is it Sunday or Monday? I forget. I'm tired. Long weekend. Heck of a day. We'll get to that. I got to talk about sponsors first. I've neglected the last couple shows just with everything going on. But first, we're live at JTH Construction Studio. Get a hold of Joe Hankins for all your construction need. 765-913-8599. American Basement Solutions, Mr. Larry Ralph Sr. 1-877-409-2837. Hello, Rick and Debbie. Fathom Real Estate, Teresa Messmer, 765-341-8911. Guys, on my sponsors, if you see them, even if you're not going to shop with them at that point in time, say something to them. They want to know that they're being heard on here. And the only way I can do that is by you guys doing that. Wellsprings, Bob Goodham's Group, 765-342-6661. Stidd's Comfort Systems. Get a hold of Caleb Stidd at 765-346-0195. Get you a ductless unit like we got back here. Livewire, Tommy Walls Electrical Consulting, 765-792-4012. Good evening, Mike. Hello, Bob. Trapper Tim's Nuisance Wildlife Removal and Pest Control, 765-913-7553. I like that name. I don't know why. Got a lot of pests that I need to control. Logan's Cosmo, 765-318-3388. What's up, Mr. Joe? Glendana. Hello, Chris. Wayman's Furniture, Appliance, and Mattress. Get a hold of Mark Wayman, 765-342-4339. The Yard Barber, Andrew Payton, 765-318-4108. Hometown Nutrition, Martinsville, 765-315-0738. New hours, 7 a.m. You can't beat it. Stop by and see the ladies and tell them we said hello. 2024 Paragon Homecoming Festival 100-year anniversary, 765-318-0899, August 30th through September 1st. They got another bingo coming up. We just posted it on the page a little bit tonight. Check it out. We'll promote that as we go through the week. What's up, Jacob? HRC Heating and Cooling. Mention this ad and receive $50 off any service. 317-535-0322. They want to know they're being heard. They want to know they're getting return on investment. Let them know. It helps us out. Hello, Cody. Burpo's Tree Service, 765-346-5948. Get a hold of Jason Burpo. It's a good dude. He does good work. Now, we're going to vent. I'm tired. I'm a little grumpy. I know basketball is going on. What's up, Cody? If you cared, you wouldn't be on here watching this with me. Like and share. Let's gather up all the folks that don't want to watch basketball. I'll watch it. I wanted to get through this tonight. I'm tired. I don't know how long I'm going to last during the game. Hello, Londa. So, I found my backup glasses. These are for work, and I don't know where they were, but I found them in my car. They're a little tight, a little smaller. I missed them. So, anyway, there's the backups. I got them on now. Now I don't know where I put my mains. So, anyway, long weekend. First and foremost, hats off to the state, county, and city for being prepared for the worst and praying for the best, and we got the best. Business-wise, did it hurt? Yes, it did. Yes, it did. I probably wouldn't have been off work today if we'd have known, hindsight being 2020. There's a lot of folks that wouldn't have been off work today. But we were. And it was a hell of a day. It was beautiful. You got to spend time with family and loved ones. You got to hang out, cook out, barbecue, whatever you were doing. It was a magnificent day. Sunshine and blue skies. What's up, Jeff? Jeff was hanging out with us all day, by the way. It was a wonderful day. It just so happened to be a once-in-a-lifetime event with a total solar eclipse or lunar eclipse right through the heart of Indiana. I know people are complaining. I know people are, we did this, this, and this. Yeah. And if we wouldn't have done this, this, and this, a lot of the folks, not all of them, a lot of the folks that are complaining would have been the first ones Oh, got to approve a post from so-and-so. Oh, what the heck? The city spent all that money for? Didn't spend any money to protect us from all this. They'd have been complaining that we didn't do enough. Hats off to the EMA, everybody involved. I was up there twice today on the Hill. They're all vested into this from the word go. Everybody was in. So, I mean, you can complain. You have your right to complain. And I'll post your complaint. But you'll get no sympathy from me. I sat in those meetings. Not all of them. Some of them. I talked to these people a year ago, a year and a half ago. Been through set some of the most boring meetings I've ever been in my life. This was all addressed. This was all given down, passed down, information, state level, county level, city level. Here's what to expect. Run with it. Protect your city. Protect your folks. Do what you can with it. Hello, Teresa. And that's what they did. They did exactly what they should have. You don't have to like it. You don't. If there were, so I think they thought the same people would have complained about too. Oh, 100% CB. You know that. They did exactly what they should have done. Do I feel bad for the businesses? You're damn right I do. I wish they would be overflowing with people right now watching the game. Hello, Cheryl. But it didn't happen. Right, and I feel bad for Mooresville. Hello, Tommy. I feel bad for Mooresville. Their 100-year anniversary. What do you think people didn't show? Even the local people didn't even. Right. I'm going to get to that, Carl. That is a valid question, and I'm going to get to that. Because we talked about this, Indiana Weather Network guys, and I talked about this all day. Mooresville, 100-year anniversary. Nothing. Spent a lot of cash up there. Martinsville. Stuff going on all weekend. I have more people show up on a Monday music hour in here than some of the venues that were going on over the weekend. And I feel horrible for that. So don't come at me a little bit. And hang on, Carl. Don't come at me complaining you're overhyping it. Last night when I was in bed, we had checked out. We were done. Zach and Casey went to sleep in here. I went to what's up, Nick? Went to my room to go to bed. What's up, Greg? I get a text. What's up, Mr. Mayfield? I get a text from someone in a certain department on the highway. They said lots of out-of-state plates on the interstate right now. And this was midnight. I was like, oh, I got to get up. I got to see. Take my happy ass out to my car and I drive down to Morgan Street. By the time I'm turning Morgan Street, I look south all the way. I can see all the way through town. I can see all the way to the liquor store. Not a headlight. Okay. 360 back home, bed. What's up, Seth? Hello, Justine. So, Justine, I'm getting to you guys. You guys, that is an amazing lady right there. And I cannot wait to talk about this. But I got to hype a little bit about this eclipse stuff, Justine. Hang with me. I'm almost done, dear. So don't complain about the city, county, or state. They did their job. Because you would have complained if the city, county, or state didn't do their job and we got inundated with people. You'd be complaining all day. Well, I can't wait till elections. You're not going to vote anyway. Stop it. Most of you don't vote anyway. 1,200 people vote. So stop it. That song and dance has been played out. You want to complain, you complain. We'll post it all day. But I'm not going to defend you. I'm certainly not going to back what you say. But our city, our county, and our state, and our EMA got it right. They covered our butts. They covered their butts. Every avenue was approached and addressed. Now, as Carl said, why did people stay away? Hello, Rosaline. The hype may have chased people away. The weather, which I talked to these guys all weekend in here, we'll have to pay for the extra fee for city services without what extra fee though? What extra fee are you talking about? I mean, I don't know where you get that, Seth. You think we'll have to pay it? Well, I'd probably stayed away too. Probably, Caden. The weather played a lot into it. Going to be cloudy. Nobody wants to come sit outside. Good practice. Exactly, Chris. Nobody wants to sit outside when it's cloudy and can't see an eclipse. God bless us this morning. We wake up and it's sunshine and blue sky. I think why the people around here didn't participate today? Like the trash fee or utility, the city page shared it. Is that fee directly associated with for the solar, the lunar eclipse? Was that what it said it was for? Or did our trash fee just go up? I mean, we had someone yesterday telling the overlords need to pay for this. It's the businesses that cost themselves money and broke themselves doing this stuff this weekend. They lost the money. That's who deserves the money. Hello, Chantel. Hello, Nicole. Hello, Nick. And if that's the case, good. An extra $5, whatever it is, from all of us to prepare our city. Would you rather it come in at a tax fee that goes from 8% to 9% and they never take it away and you pay that 1% for the rest of your life? I don't mind that. Would you rather pay it overtime for workers to clean the streets if someone goes with no porta potties and they drop mud all over the streets and we got to clean it up with guys on a weekend? I think they handled it. You can complain all you want. You're going to fall on deaf ears on me. They handled it. It could have been a lot worse. The Overlord post made me mad. I accepted that. I seen it and I knew what was coming and I was like, I'm going to accept it because this is ludicrous. And my first question, Overlords, you want the business owners in our community to take their revenue to pay what? And these are people, she didn't even live in Indianapolis. She didn't even live in Indianapolis, or at Martinsville. She lived in Indianapolis. So I was like, whatever. Some of that stuff just ripes me, and I have to stay away from it because I don't want to get too political on there. But I stay away from it. And that one I was done. So don't complain. Could have been worse. And I guarantee you, some of these people whining and crying right now would be the first people messaging me, can you believe the city didn't do anything to protect us from the onslaught of people that hit our city? Now, a lot of people were off work, though, Matt. So I guarantee you, I can go back and look at events and address every one of the people that complain. That is the way it is. Caden, it's like last night I was on and I had people today message me. You didn't see anything. I didn't see anything, but I was getting reports from people that are on the ground out there in their cars watching this stuff. Hang on. I got that message that you're talking about. It has nothing to do with the eclipse. Board of Works meeting on Tuesday, effective utility bill this month. So I'm not for sure what you're hitting on there, but I'm going to move past that because I want to get to bigger and better things. I want to get to J2. And we can go back to this. Yes, it's better be overprepared than underprepared. And we were overprepared, and I'm happy. Outside of the people swamping our city, it was a beautiful day. I challenge all of them. We're going to spend the next 7 days doing our business, hitting the restaurants up, and because a lot of them took a beating. 100%, Carl. 100%. You want to be mad? Get your happy buff off the couch this week and go support these cities, or these businesses in this city in Mooresville and Monrovia that gave everything to prepare for this weekend. And they did so by the same information that was passed down to the EMA, to the city and the county and the state of Indiana from above. The same information I heard, same information they heard. They wanted a chance to make an extra dime. I don't blame them. I was going to print off 6,000 shirts and try to sell them. Glad I didn't. So I would forget going out of town for a while. Spend your money here. Spend your money on these restaurants and businesses here in our community. Enough ranting on that. I hope Justine's still on because I want to praise J2. And we can go back to this because I'll get to Indiana Wind Network, guys, in a minute. Something has happened, Kevin, and cutting out. Anybody else? Rick, you might need to go out. Am I cutting out anybody other than Rick and Debbie? Just give me a yes or no. I would say no, Rick. I think you need to step out because I'm still here, Justine. Last 2 days I've ate it out local. Nope, I'm fine. Okay. Justine, where do I begin? Miss Riley and Justine have created a juggernaut at J2. You know why they've done this? Because first of all, and Julia, 3 amazing human beings that put the effort into their kids, and it shows. They love them. Their kids love them. I've seen it. I've seen the post. I follow the parents, the kids, the coaches, the shows. I follow every bit of that. First, I love Riley. Her energy is, I have since the first time I ever met her. And Justine is just amazing. They have created a juggernaut. 3 times, at least 3 state championships, if not more. And their first competition this weekend, they're just dominant. These kids love going there. Here's why. And everybody's like, why y'all love J2? I pull up there to get a tea at Hometown the other day. And I cannot remember the little gal's name. It tears me up. What's up, Robert? But a little gal and her mom were sitting next to me when I pulled up. I waved, being polite, going to get my tea, come out. This little gal has climbed across her mom and is leaning out the window, wanting to talk to me as I go to my car. She's a J2 girl. She remembers when I came in there and filmed them. And she's telling me her life story in J2 and wants me to come back. And I'm trying, please, God, give me her name. I'm old. I'm sorry. I cannot think of her name or her mom's name. But that little sweetheart was telling me every word she could about J2. Those kids love Rye and Justine. That's why they give it their all. And they get that love back to them. That's why they go dominate. They have fun, they work hard, they win together, they play together, they lose together, and they stay with it. And for a little gal like that to go out of her way, climb across her mom, hanging out the window, getting my attention, told me everything I need to know about J2. They love it there. They love Justine, Julia, and Rye. And we all know why. 3 fabulous human beings, unbelievable human beings that work their tails off for these kids. And that is so important in today's world. You got to put the effort in. You got to keep these kids structured. Not just football, basketball, baseball. Everything. There's so many cracks you can fall in now. It's dangerous for them. These ladies do it day in and day out with a smile on their face, and they push these kids to be the best. And that's what they are right now. They're the best. You can't open their page without seeing another championship, another award. Hey, we won here, we won here, we won there. Their outfits are amazing. Their routines. I watched the routines from the state championship just the other day. Somebody had posted it. They're incredible. I think it was dance team. They're incredible. I couldn't have danced like that in high school. Barely do it now. I couldn't have done it in my 30s. But they put the effort into these kids, and I love it. I love the aura that Rye and Justine give off. And you know those kids feel that. They love being there. And I had to say something tonight. I got to say something about them. They will be in studio on the 24th of April. J2 is in entirety. I want them all in here. I want to praise every one of them. I want to see Rye's beautiful smiley face. I want to see Justine, and I want to see Julia, and I want to tell them, keep going. We need people like you in this county. And I'm not knocking any other places. What's up, Abby? Keep going. Keep doing what you're doing. You're winning hearts, you're winning minds, and you're winning for these kids. And that's all you can hope for. Yeah, I'm a little testy tonight. Lack of sleep. Now, I'm not trying to make anybody mad. I'm just stating a point. But God bless you guys. Justine, Rye, and Julia. Unbelievable. Somebody's got something posted. Hang on. Thanks, Kevin. You're the best, and we appreciate your continued support. That means so much to us, the dancers. Justine, it's not even, it's just, you guys are top. And you want to, no matter what event you guys have done with us, you feel the excitement when you guys are there. Your aura, Rye's aura, rubs off on the entire group. Christmas dance, we had to have you there. Our first one. What's up, Zach? What's up, Jordan? Hello, Stephanie. Hello, Taylor, Abby, Ben. Teachers. Yes, I know, and I feel bad. I don't know all your teachers' names. And I'm not saying they don't have a role in this either. But you're the organization. You three are the top dogs. And it's magnificent to see this going on in our community. And it has been a long road for you to get. You didn't just start this overnight. Hello, Christine, and we'll talk in depth of that on air. Because you have a winning combination. Magnetic. That's what I was trying to get to, Tanya. I couldn't get to it. They are magnetic. They draw you in. These kids' smiles. Look, watch the videos. I'm not making this up. That little gal would have climbed out of that truck and thrown herself on the ground to come tell me everything about J2. 50. See? There you go. Justine, you guys are the best. And I gotta remember that little gal's name. She was in a video you guys posted, and I asked the question, what's her name? I didn't get a response. I understand. But that was a beautiful. I told her, honey, I will come back live again in studio, in there. I will come there. I'm sorry, Justine, if I knew I'd say it. But I will come there after we're done in here again and go live with them. Because that little gal, she remembered who I was. She knew what I was doing. And oh, I know, Tanya. It's magnetic. You want to be around that feeling. What's up, Jake? That feeling, it's just amazing. And I love it. It's good for our community. It's good for everything we do. Thank you, Justine. But it was beautiful. And it just stole my heart. I'm telling you. It takes a lot to shock this old dude. And she just left the impression. And I wish I knew her name. She's a little sweetheart. Little bitty thing. But she knew I was. And she knew he's the guy with the camera. I said, we did this and this. And we got this and this and that and that. And I was like, honey, I got to get to work. I'm sorry. And her mom said, he's got to go, but I hated it. But I want to make sure when we do if she's in studio, I want to put her up front and talk to her. Hello, Kayla. Hello, Shelly. So hats off to all of J2. And I'm not just talking about Justine, Ryan, Julia, like they're the only people that teach it. There's tons. There's lots of folks in there that give it effort. They are the brain trust. They are the creators of this. And they're the ones out front. They're the ones that I know personally. The others, hats off to you ladies and men, whoever it may be. Keep doing what you're doing. You're doing something great for the kids in our community. You're giving them hope. You're giving them structure. And you're keeping them in a good direction. And that's what we need out of people. Those are leaders. Those are leaders of our community doing the right thing for our kids. And this ties into everything that I'm trying to do to get in there and preach to the kids in the school, which I'm trying to be in there in August with the group that we're creating to get in and talk to kids. And people like Justine and Ryan, Julia, they are vital to our city. If we did not have individuals like that, we would be in far worse shape than what we are right now. And if you don't understand that and don't believe that, you need to take a look around. I'm on one tonight, folks. I'm sorry. Indiana weather, guys, ties back to what we had. Some of the most down-to-earth, fun people I've ever hung around in my life that love each other. It's like J2 over again. These guys are the juggernaut of the Indiana weather people right now. Zach's got an unbelievable group of folks I spent pretty much 48 hours with them. They eat together, they play together, they laugh together. But the 3 or 4 of them that are the main weather guys, they literally, their faces in a computer the entire day. Every minute they're awake, they're following weather. Do they get it right? No, not all the time. Probably more often than not, they're wrong. But they're following the stuff they've learned, they've been educated on, and they're following these variables. And here's what the outcome could be. And they give it to us. Doesn't always work out that way. But I tell you what, I will follow them as long as I'm on this site, unless something drastic happens. They hit 100,000 followers today. Hello, Dana. On the feed, I might have got a little overzealous and took over some of it. I don't know if he's still on, but I wanted to take it in, and they went live and had the cameras and stuff to follow the eclipse. So I just took their feed and put it on our page. I don't need to go live. I sent it. You guys know Zach and all of them. We had tons of followers from Martinsville on there. But Zach was trying to run back and forth. Jeff saw it today. Jeff knows exactly what's up. Hello, Logan. Jeff hung out with us all day and appreciated it, Jeff. Zach's running back and forth camera and checking stuff out and just going nuts. And he's trying to talk to his feed. Well, I'm like, Coach, this is what I do. I walk up here and sit down, and for about a half an hour, I talked to 1,500 people from 7 or 8 different countries and let Zach do his thing. He came and joined me and give his information, but we boosted him up over 1,500 people and 100,000 followers or whatever. It's insane. Follow that page, Indiana Weather Network. Follow that page on Facebook. Support these guys and gals. Good people. They drove up from Jeffersonville, Cordon, across the river, Terre Haute, Richmond, Lafayette, all over the place. And we're here majority of the day. They love Culvers. They love Gather Round. They love Gaddies. Hey, I haven't been on here in a bit. But hi, there's one of them. There's Casey right there. There's Casey right now. He is one of the, I think he's number 2 in the Indiana Network. An outstanding human being. Dedicated. Literally sat next to me for probably 16 hours over the weekend, and his face didn't leave his computer screen, monitoring weather, trying to predict what was going to happen today. Abby, I'm going to get to you in a minute. So cool. Yes, during the eclipse, pretty much hit 100,000. So hats off to them. They're welcome back here anytime. Zach's an amazing human being, even though he likes Purdue, and I'm sure he's half asleep right now watching the game. But operations manager, Casey. Yeah, they're a fun bunch, I'm telling you. And I kept saying, come meet them. Sit down and talk to them for 5 minutes. You'll see. Like J2, they're magnetic. You want to be around them. You want to be around successful people and people that are grounded and people that can get along and do things like that. That's another group. What's up, Reed? Abby, I'm going off script here, but I don't know if you're on, but hats off to you and EMA, the county, the city, and the state. What job well done. You cannot predict the unpredictable. You tried to cover every base that we had for our community. You did very well in doing so. So, always proud of you. You know that. I was up there twice today at the command center. It was awesome. There you go. There you go. Jeff preaching the truth there. He was there all day watching from an outside observer. Wasn't porch time, wasn't home or Indiana Weather Network, and he saw it unfold. I had to. I mean, it's what I do. Zach was doing what I did. I could sit here during auctions and I'm given the gift to rattle on and on and on and on and quick. And he's busy. And a lot of their guys don't go live. That's not their thing. But that is my thing. And I'm sitting back there digging dirt out from underneath the fingernails. I was like, I can't, I got to do this. I stood up, walked in there, sat down. I don't know if I shocked any of them or surprised them, but I'm going to help my buddies out here. They would do the same for me. I'm going in, I'm pinch hitting, and I'm doing what I can for them. And it was amazing, the love they were getting from across the globe. Across the globe, Ireland, Sao Paulo, Puerto Rico, Germany, parts unknown, Alaska, Hawaii. There were people from everywhere. Loved it. And they heard this old voice rattling them off to them. We had fun. Had a hell of a time with them. But Abby, thank you. Thank you. That's all I can say. We did exactly what we were supposed to do. We were prepared for the worst and prayed for the best, and we got the best. Who's ever sent me the thing on J2? I will answer that in a minute. We all have to be in it together to get things done from different angles, and definitely appreciate stepping in. Zach and I talked about Casey's. I loved it. Love being involved with it. Anytime, buddy. I'm serious. You guys are amazing. There's Blaze right there popping on. And that guy only knows everything about weather. Huge group effort today all the way around. Lots of viewers spread throughout the county. Everyone made it. Hey, you guys were amazing, Abby. I'm telling you. Corey, I'm working my way there. Blaze is on Blaze, an amazing human being. He's got the chase vehicle. And there's Zach. They're all jumping in here now. Morgan County loves you guys. You got to visit Abby and everybody today. What's up, Eric? And we bought donuts for dispatch in the area up there this morning, and this afternoon we took what was left over, our gather around and load us up with stuff, and we took our leftovers up to dispatch at the end of the day. I did, and dropped off some pulled pork and burgers for them, and it was still crowded. So Zach's on here because his bull limits were trailing at halftime. They do go after each other, so Blaze is going after Zach now. This ought to be interesting. I got to get to, and then she pops on Jamie Fuel right here. Hello, Amy. Jamie Fuel. Gather Around is incredible. Jamie Fuel, Martinsville's own, Mrs. Indiana. Mrs. Indiana is from Martinsville, Indiana, and it's our own Jamie Fuel. It is, talk about another long journey. It has been a long journey for this beautiful lady. And right now, she is at the top of the heap. And we are very proud of her. And I know it's been a tough road for her. And we cannot wait to have her in to tell us about it. How you doing, Jamie? And she has more competition coming up. So I think it's someone that the city and the area should embrace and give her due. And much like the J2 and the Indiana weather, and it's the theme of the night. When you're trying to be successful and you're doing all you can the right way, and you get there, that's to be rewarded and praised for your efforts. That's the way I look at it. You fought the good fight. J2, Indiana Weather Network, the city, the county, the state, Jamie Fuel. It's good to see people that bust their butt win. Zach, long time fight to get where he's at. They won today. 100,000 followers. 1,500 people watching from right here in central Indiana, watching their feed from across the globe. Not just for 5 minutes. 1,500 people for about 45 minutes. And Zach said if we would have went live earlier, we probably would have been well up there in numbers. That's from little old Indiana. Jamie Fuel busted her butt to get where she's at. It's been a long, long fight. Proud of her, proud to call her a friend, and cannot wait to have her in here. And the city and the area needs to embrace that. We have Mrs. Indiana right here in Martinsville, Indiana. There's Dylan Lloyd right there. There's another individual hung out with us all weekend. So lots of stuff going on, lots of good folks. And I'm going to readdress this before I get off here. I haven't burned up all of my energy yet. I want to get back to the EMA stuff, and I want to get back to J2. I cannot talk enough about the J2 thing. That kid affected me in a positive way. Because when I can sit here and rattle you guys and talk about pumpkin spice and haircuts and all the BS I want to. But when I walk out there in public, and someone that does not know me, doesn't know a thing about me, all she knows is that I filmed her, and she loved it, and she saw herself on video, does everything she can to get my attention so she can just talk to me. Breaks my heart, just warms my heart, doesn't breaks my heart. Warms my heart, knows that we're doing good. And that little gal could not wait to say something to me. Now, maybe she's a talker. Maybe she does that to everybody, but you know what? Exactly, Jeff. 100%. Maybe she talks that way to everybody, but you know what? That was my day. That was my day between me and that little gal. And I loved every minute of it. I wish I could have said, I'm not going to work right now. I'm going to stay here and talk to this little lady for the next hour if I have to. I think her mom had to go too, so it wasn't like we shut her up. What's up, Eric? Told her to shut up and get in the bag, but I let her go for a little bit. It was just, she wanted to be heard. She wanted to talk about me filming her and J2 and J2 this, and we're going to do this, and we're going to dance this, and we're going to have our outfits, and it was incredible. I wish I could have filmed it. It'd have ruined it though. I will remember that little conversation with that little gal forever. And stuff like that gets me. What's up, Eric? It makes me, hello, Stephanie. It makes me appreciate more than what I'm doing and what we're doing as a company here. I don't even have time to talk about Corey and his 50th or what all Bethany's doing. It was that kind of weekend. I mean, that's good stuff. That's all I can say. Yeah, it was very cool. So I'm going to recap before we get to the golf outing. We have so many talent youth in town that deserves. Matt, I agree 100%. 100%. And my brother did what he could for a lot of folks. But when it came down to kids, he gave it his all. And that is one thing we have in common. I don't care if it's Sting. I don't care if it's J2. I don't care if it's MHS Dance or MHS Marathon or the girls team or the boys team. If those kids want to come in studio, I'm going to give them a spotlight. Now, it's up to them if they want to communicate and have fun with it. But we'll do our best to get them in here. And majority of our shows are kids. It's a natural progression for me to go, okay, I want to do this drug intervention thing and communication thing with the kids of our community, with some of the best people this community's got to give to these kids and present to them. And the pledge is going to come from us. That's where it's going to come from. I'm jumping around here, but some of you know what I'm talking about. The pledge is going to come from us to them, that whenever you're in a tight jam from here on out and you don't feel like you have anywhere to go, we're going to give you numbers, and we're going to have those numbers plastered everywhere that you can see. And it's going to be one of us, one of these fine people behind me, that you can call them and talk to them and have someone there that can be there for you. So you're going to take a little bit of the Big Brother thing, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, put it together, and say, here you go. Here's an avenue that you can use. You need a shoulder. These guys and gals behind me have big shoulders. And that's what I want to do. And that's what we're working towards. We have a meeting on April 21st. That's what I'm trying to push. There's a lot of folks involved. A lot of good people with good hearts that are wanting to do that. What's up, Nick? All right. Back to the top. Congratulations to the county, city, and state. 6-point game and a half. Purdue's in it. Good to go. Congratulations to the city, county, and state. Job well done. You tried to predict the unpredictable. You were given the information a year and a half ago. You took that information. You applied it to our county. You made it work. Who cares about the naysayers? They would have been complaining no matter what happened. And that's why I'm venting. So, I mean, it is what it is. They're going to complain. They're going to complain. You guys know this. I can take every post that ever was an issue on my site and pick out a handful of people and throw a dart at them and say, they're going to complain about this one. They're going to complain about this one. They're going to complain about this one. It is the way it is. Vote them out. You're not even registered. I can go down and buy the registry. Look, I've done it to some of these people that ripes me to no end. Vote them out. Really? Oh, I've got the 2020 complete registered voter list here in Morgan County. Let's see. Never voted. That's a shocker. You don't think that ripes me and I don't want to go in there and call people out when I know that? Stop it. If everybody, you know what? I'd be right behind you if you said, hey, we're going to get everybody to vote. We're going to get all 10,000 of us to vote in this city. We need to. It's our constitutional right to do so. And it's also a constitutional right not to vote. I get it. But don't threaten that you're going to make changes when you've not even been registered in the last 10 years. That stuff's available. I can go look that up. And at one time, I did, because I got tired of hearing it. Hello, Tammy. Pretty easy to find. I know your address, know your name. I can see if the registered voters are there. Ta-da! Anyway, hats off to the community. Great job. There's going to be people bitch. I'm sorry. I know it's early. 10:15. There's going to be people bitch. Ignore it. You did exactly what you're supposed to do. You put our city in the best situation to get through a very possible difficult weekend, and we did it. Good job. Indiana Weather Network. A+. I mean, what can you say? Phenomenal video. Some of the most cool, weirdest thing I've ever felt in my life was when that, 100% Nick, when that sun went down, or got behind the moon, got in front of the sun, whatever happened. Weird feeling. My eyes were weird. I felt weird. You got colder. You got a breeze. I was like, oh my gosh, this is weird. And the weather nerds were going nuts. They loved it. Who just asked me something? Hang on. I got a text, and I need to answer it, but I can't. I'm not going to. We're on a roll here, folks. So Indiana Weather Network, unbelievable job. J2, juggernaut, and it starts at the top. 3 of the best people you could ever meet. They have other coaches. I want to get introduced to them. I want to know their names. I want to have them on air with everybody. And we're going to on Wednesday, April 24th, 7 p.m., J2. They're in the house, and I want them all in here. I want every one of them. And I want that little gal up front and center. Jamie Fuel, Miss Indiana. Embrace that. She deserved it. She worked her ass off to get there. Unbelievable lady. Been through a lot to get to that point, and she's a champion. She is Miss Indiana. She's going on to the next level, I believe, national-wise. We're going to support her. We're going to have her on air. We love her, and we want her to do her best for her. We don't care I don't care if she wins. She's Miss Indiana. And she's right here in Martinsville. All right, as we wind it down here, Jamie is a beautiful lady inside and out. April 27th, at the end of the month, we have the Deputy Tim Coryell Portside Golf Outing. We need sponsors. We still have a few places for teams. So if you're going to do it, you need to get into it, because those are running out. But we have plenty of sponsorship possibilities. So get a hold of myself, Bethany, or Corey, and we will make that happen. It is one of the most fun days of the year for us. We love Doug, what he has done at Foxcliff. We have a ball out there. We don't play golf, contrary to belief of some of the people that have come after me before. I play golf normally once a year, and that's for the Artesian Quarterback Golf Outing. That's it. I suck at golf, but I have fun with that. It supports a good cause, just like this one is. I'm very sarcastic tonight. I know that. I'm tired. Get the sarcastic Kevin version. Show's coming up tomorrow night. We're back at it. It's Coffee with Kevin, 6:30. Eclipse is over. Let's move on. Kevin goes back to work tomorrow. 6:30 a.m. Coffee with Kevin. Tomorrow night we have 2 good shows. Dr. Applegate's coming in. I didn't write it all down, but I think it's recovery after tearing knee tendons or ligaments or something, ACLs. Sorry, Doc. You can yell at me tomorrow. That's at 7, and then at 8 o'clock, she's back. Shelf Care with Logan Taylor. She's back with her book club, and these bookies, they cannot wait. I'm telling you, they love that. April 16th at 8 p.m., Jamie Fuel. Thank you, Nick. I appreciate that, sir. April 16th at 8 p.m., we have Jamie Fuel in studio to discuss her journey, how she got there, and what her next steps are moving forward. And then one I cannot wait for, April 24th, J2 in studio. I've tried to get them in before. I get bits and pieces. I get the MHS dance. I get this. I get that. I have them all in studio. Not there. Not at the Christmas event. I have them all in here, and I cannot wait. And I hope that little gal's front and center. And she can talk the entire time, and I'll let her. They're good folks. And they're making a difference in our kids' lives, and that's all we can hope for. That's all we can hope for. You don't want, especially these little ones. And hats off to the moms and dads that have gotten their kids to that age and beyond, and the demons hadn't got them. And you want these kids to stay in structure. You want to teach these kids right from wrong. Because the world's not a pretty place. Because once you get past that age, when you're outside of mom and dad, and structure from the high school, and MHS dance, and J2, and Sting, and baseball, and softball, and football, and you're on your own, that's when it can become dangerous. That's when you can slip it through the cracks. And that's where we need these folks to show these young people, hey, here's how you do it. Here's how you do it. Here's the right way. Stay structured. Stay focused. Worry about you in soccer. Yeah, exactly, Matt. Stay structured. Stay focused. Avoid the cracks and the pitfalls of life that can get you there. That's how you beat the drug problem. You educate our youngsters and keep them on the right path. If these people don't have anybody to sell to, their numbers are going to go down. They're going to leave us alone. They're going to get out of our community. Hopefully. Hello, Otto. Hello, Angie. Is that a pipe dream? Probably so. Never going to defeat it. But it's what I hope for. And we got people as inspiring as Justine and Rye and Julia and just Jamie and Zach and Abby and on down the line tonight. Oh, you're fine, Angie. There's good hope for our community. It's good to see. I love it. Do we complain too much? Yes, we do. I am as guilty as sin. And this weekend we had some complainers. Where's all the people at? It's a monumental waste of money. The overlord should pay for this. Stop it. You don't know the first thing you're talking about. And it's ludicrous that I have to have this conversation with you to explain it. Not being mean. Just get tired of it sometimes. Hello, Samantha. Hello, Jennifer. Anyway, coming up on 50 minutes. I didn't mean to cut into your Purdue game. I'm tired. I wanted to hit this tonight while it was fresh in my mind. I took notes. I had notes all day. So I wanted to address these few things. I think there's some very, very important people in our world right now, in this part of the world, in our community, that need the praise, deserve the praise. And I wanted to hit that. I'm sick and tired of some of the crying and whining, and I'm not going to show you any sympathy or empathy, and I'm not gonna. I'll throw you to the wolves. You want to make a stupid post? I'll throw it out there. And I don't want to hear it. Pull it down. Pull it down. Why? You wanted to voice your opinion in a room of 18,000. Have at it. Throw you in the deep end. You better learn to swim. I know. This isn't the soft, fun-loving Kevin that you guys see some night. This is the tired Kevin that needs to go to bed. Sometimes it's good to be this way. I'm up till 2 a.m. giving reports, and then I catch flack and messages that you don't know what you're talking about. I didn't fabricate that. I didn't get out of bed just to go live at 2 a.m. to have fun with you. I wasn't laughing. That's the information that was given to me by people that are on the streets. So you know what? I went out and did it. I gave the information. Then I catch it. Somebody's... Somebody's messaging here and I don't see it. Just have to say today was a great experience with the Indiana Weather Group. I got to enjoy it with my dad and kids. Thank you for making it happen. I enjoyed it, Angie, and I know those guys all enjoyed it. Drunk some pumpkin spice and you might get some. Joe, you're the best. Drink some pumpkin spice and you might get some energy. You stop it. Nah, it's a good weekend. It's a good weekend, and I'm ready to move on past the eclipse. We got the Deputy Tim Coryell porch-time golf outing to pay honor to my brother. We're going to award 2 scholarships this year, one to communication and one to law enforcement, and we're going to stick with that for a while. I know he would hate it and he would love it. He would hate it because his name's in it, but he would love it because what we're offering. So maybe he'll push Corey down a hill again. I don't know, but that's what we're doing. So cannot wait. It's a fun day. Our group works their butt off, but it is a fun day. It's been a long week. I'm sure hope to get back down for the golf game. Casey, you guys got to, buddy. You got to. Hope Zach and you guys can put a team together and come down here and play a round or two with us. Hello, Darlene. But that's all I got. I was a little grumpy tonight. I apologize if I came off harsh. Not really. I wanted to come off harsh tonight. I don't like some of the crying. What's the weather going to be like for the golf outing? I haven't hit him up for that yet. That's a little ways off. And they won't give a forecast because it's too far out. But I guarantee you, 3 or 4 days outside, they'll. You know what? As a matter of fact, last golf outing, this is God's truth. We're on about hole 15, trying to finish. Zach messages me and says, "You got one sliding through Martinsville. It should not affect you, but there's one behind it that's going to cut you short." He's messaging me this from Lafayette. I'm in the golf cart on the back 9 at Foxcliff. Right, Casey. And he's telling me, and almost to the exact time, here it comes. So we're getting people off the course, 2 holes shy. They didn't care. They had a ball. And that's exactly what happened last year. Thank you, Mike. You as well, sir. That's exactly how it went last year at Foxcliff, the end of the last 3 holes. Zach's messaging me. You got one sliding to your south, you'll be fine. But there's one right behind it. It's going to get Foxcliff. And he sent me those messages. And lo and behold, 5 minutes later, here comes the thunder and the heavy rain, and we got off the course. So they'll have us covered. I'm not afraid. They'll have us covered. Casey and Blaze and Zach and the rest of them, they'll have us covered. Well, Texas, hello. Logging on here this late at night. How you doing, Texas? Mr. Eli, how you doing? All right. Sorry if I was rough tonight. It needed to come out. It's been brewing. I needed to get it off my chest. I know some of you don't like it. I know some of you like seeing that. But I like to defend those that do good in our community. And I don't like it when so many people go after them when they don't even have a clue what they're talking about. Hello, Dalton. Anyway, nothing but love for all you guys. Appreciate the support. I thought it was very cool today that I got to step in with the Indiana Weather Network and do what I feel I do best, and that's communicating with people. I hope I helped them. I hope I didn't step on any toes. But I'm good with that, and I enjoyed it. And it was like our auctions when it gets rolling and you got people after people after people after people posting. With 1,500, it was 10 times, and they just kept coming from all points beyond in this planet. A lot of fun. There's a good group of people right there. solid group of people. Yes, that. Jacques, he's a great dude. Yes, he is. He's good. He's a good guy. He's well grounded. 100% help, appreciate your help. Hey, Casey, I was glad to be a part of it. You guys are phenomenal. Just phenomenal. And I preached it all day. You guys nose on the radar screen and the numbers, and Blaze is reading this and you're looking at this and Zach's reading that. And it's not like from 10 to 11. It's from 8:30 to 4:30 and beyond. And I made this comment to my nephew. I said, it's like back when I followed sports wholeheartedly. First thing I do is get up in the morning and check the sports course. First thing. Pick up the phone, the paper, whatever. These guys do the first thing in the morning. The first thing they check in the morning is the weather radar and their weather reports from across the country. Every day. And that's what they do. And they're good at it. It shows. All right, y'all. 56 minutes. I was trying to make it to an hour. I can't do it, Coach. Heck of a weekend. Phenomenal. I loved it. Your support for us, Indiana Weather Network, J2, Jamie Fuel, the county, the city, and the state. It's needed. We got to have you guys support all that stuff. Support the kids, especially. I'll be back on at 6:30 tomorrow morning. Probably in a more tired mood, but not as cranky. Would have come, didn't want to get stuck in the Martinsville traffic. That sounds like that's a lot of people's sentiment today, was they were afraid of what could happen. And I wish they would have thrown caution to the wind and just come out. It wasn't bad. I drove around town all day. Literally. Twice up Dispatch Hill. Now, 39 was busy because Bloomington was packed. At the end of the day, 39 was unbelievable. How long did it take you guys to get to Lafayette tonight, Casey? 4 hours? 65 was a nightmare. And I think they went back roads and probably got stuck there too. There was a lot of traffic ahead of them, but it was worth it for sure. Yeah. I was going to say, they had a ways to go to get to Lafayette. As did all their people heading home. Plays. Adam. Around 2 hours, I'd say. There you go. So not too bad, really. All right, I'll be back on at 6:30 in the morning. And tomorrow night we have Dr. Applegate coming at 7, and then, of course, Logan with Shelf Care, the book club. You guys will be fired up for that. Love you guys. Got nothing but love for you. I complain and gripe. What's up, Eli? But love you. Got nothing but love for you. Fantastic day for our community. It's back to work, unfortunately, tomorrow. Well, if one of you guys hit the lotto and just pay my bills off, I do this all the time. Thank you all so much. Love you guys, and we will see you in the morning. Oh, wait. I did. I almost ended it. Go Huskers. Have a great evening. Thank you. Good night. Hang on. I got one more thing to touch. I have to do this. Sitting there at the fairgrounds, all I can smell is Coney dogs from Inside Scoop. And you can ask Jeff, I got in my car while I know Gather Round's coming and went and got me a Coney dog at Inside Scoop. And that is not fabricated. That's exactly what happened. And that's what I did. I could not resist the sweet smell of the Coney dog filtering across the fairgrounds. And once I saw they were open, I was like, oh, this is a game changer. Anyway, hats off to Inside Scoop. Love you, Coney dogs. With cheers. I wonder. Those guys looked up, I'm pulled away. Zach's like, where'd you get a Coney dog? I was like, oh, I didn't know if you wanted one. Dude, it's an addictive thing I have with a Coney dog. From Jeff saw me with Inside Scoop, and it's a running joke with Madison and a few of them. We have fun with it. It all ties in. She's J2 and Dance and Coney dog, but I love their Coney dogs. We have fun. Anyway, I might need a Tums, but I got my Coney dog. Love you guys. Go watch the rest of the game. Good luck to the Boilermakers. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning, 6:30, bright and early.